We are live. Whoa, this thing is close. Damn. I was told you're supposed to get it up close. People want to see you up close, but a little too close, my friends. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about an affair that some of you are having. Your affair with real estate. So we need to talk about this. Well, I need to talk about this with you if it's you that needs to hear this. And I will share my affair with real estate. And I still have a real estate affair. I still do. And now it's in a healthy place. Most times. Here's how it usually starts. Okay. The dudes and people I know in real estate, yes, this applies to business too. For entrepreneurs watching this, when I say real estate, like what I'm really saying is like being an entrepreneur. Like that's what I'm talking about. But real estate has been my main business, along with construction and some other business ventures I'm in. But it's mainly real estate. And the affair starts as like a twinkle in your eye, like, ooh, that looks pretty sexy over there, right? And what looks sexy is actually like a very, like, it's a good thing. It's inherently like a good thing that draws, that attraction is there because it is something that you can do that you are passionate about. I get annoyed by that word at times, but you're passionate about real estate, right? You see something where what it does, the real estate thing, is not just the idea of being able to make money, right, in real estate or business. Like that gets the juices going. Like, we're entrepreneurs and we are men who want to make money, and like that's not only just providing for our families, but it gets the wheels spinning. And being created in God's image, that means we are born to create. So the wheels are turning, man. Like, man, things are clicking whenever we get our creative juices flowing. And that's one of the things that real estate did for me. So one, there's something internal, like mentally, like it's this game that we want to play. Those of us that are playing it is like because you were drawn to play the game. Number two, a lot of guys that are drawn to real estate, like pushing like hardcore entrepreneurs, like myself, possibly like you, like there's, I would say, a high percentage of guys that came from humble beginnings, either just really downright destitute beginnings, or just like they saw their parents suffer a lot, and you don't want to experience that. Like, right? Like the greatest motivator in the world is pain. And you see real estate as a way to escape some of the pain that you had from the past, and you have good intentions of helping your family not go through some of the things that you went through. And it's these are good intentions for most people that go into being an entrepreneur, being a real estate investor. And it's all good until it ceases being good. When it stops being good, then it's bad, right? Like if you eat 2 or 3 Oreos, not that big of a deal. If you eat the bag of Oreo, I don't know if you call it a bag or the sleeve. If you eat a whole sleeve of Oreos, not so good, my friend. That's when healthy became unhealthy. Now, the problem occurs, the problem begins to grow as you dive deeper into your business. When you fail to do some other things, you can go deep in your business and you can work long, hard hours, but it doesn't mean you have to sacrifice all the other things. The problem is, I used to have this contractor. I still have the contractor. It's like 15, 16 years. I just don't talk to him as much because my construction manager talks to him. I used to call him all the time. He used to call me all the damn time. He would say, da 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 da. The problem is, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I got tired of hearing him say that. I'm like, dude, when you call me, I need to know what the solution is. So we're going to get to the solution a little bit. But the problem is that you get so just fascinated, engulfed, just consumed with real estate. It becomes your idol, it becomes your God, this is more than your side piece. Like, you become married to real estate while you're still married to possibly, you're married in your relationship with your wife, you have children, you've got other things that you're married to, and you disregard them all for the affair. That's when it becomes unhealthy. When you are just continually obsessed while neglecting those other areas. This is what I did. This was my pit. I was just like, I've got to do this because I need to provide for you guys, my family that I love. And, working 80, 100-hour weeks, weeks and months and years on end. And I would still make a little bit of time, but it wasn't much quantity. And quality is much more important than quantity. Like, you definitely got to nail the quality piece before the quantity. Okay? But we just justify working these long, hard hours. We're doing it for them. They need to appreciate us, all this kind of stuff. That's a loser's game. It's not going to get you where you want to go. It's just not. So if you find yourself in this place of being a one, maybe a two-dimensional douche. A lot of guys are the one-dimensional douche. These are just the guys that are just pursuing money, and really, if they're honest with themselves, they're neglecting the other core areas of life. There's 4 core areas of life in my worldview: faith, family, fitness, and your finances. And they should be structured in that order. But we flip the script, and it's finances over everything, real estate, and then your fitness, your family, God. Those things kind of get how much of your time? 5%? I don't know. I do know that I'm not saying that you're going to spend more time in your faith, in your family, in your fitness than in your business. Like, I get it. Like, especially, it's just the way the world is structured. You work an 8-hour day. This is the way the world's structured, but it doesn't mean that your world has to be structured that way. The way that it could be is that your world is structured that way, where you spend more time in your financial pursuits in the beginning, but you design a business and a life that works towards where you don't have to spend that much time in your business, so you can begin to spend more quantity in those other areas of life. Now, you have to design that and you have to build it, but the problem is some guys get just so focused on making money that they don't design the life, because real estate becomes their life. And that you are heading down a dead-end road. You're heading down a dead-end road, and that road for you may be shorter, it may be longer than other guys heading down that road, but I've seen way too many men hit that dead end like, holy shit. And they knew it. Instinctually, you know it. Instinctually, you know it when you are sacrificing meaningful time that you're not valuing enough with your wife or with your children, with your health. Look at how many people are obese or overweight. You don't have to be that way. And it's sacrificing a true relationship with God, like communion alone with your thoughts, with your mind, with your soul. Dudes aren't doing that. You're waking up and you're off to the races. checking on projects, checking on emails, putting out fires, working on deals, going to networking meetings, all this kind of stuff. Nonstop. Da 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 da. Get home, pop the top, pop the cork, whatever you want to do. Sedate because you're so freaking frazzled, and now you want to drink. You really don't want to spend time with your kids, and you justify it because you've got so much stress and so many problems and so many challenges. And you say, tomorrow, bud, I'll play with you tomorrow. You know, I'll be home earlier tomorrow, whatever it is. And you just neglect. Neglect. And all those problems will compound on you. So if you're in that situation where you are living with this real estate affair, with an unhealthy relationship with real estate, consider fixing it, and you can fix it. It doesn't mean that you will make less money. There's actually, like, I have a way that system that I devise in my life and my business where you make more money, but you also have more meaningful relationships in the other areas of your life. You can be physically fit. You can have a great relationship in your marriage with your children. You can have like true connection and communion with God. I'm not talking about going to church. I'm talking about like knowing like what's going on in here, like being still and hearing what God, source, is telling you. You can have all that. You can have all those things all at the same time and make more money. Real estate's great. Business is great. Our construction company is starting to like take off like a rocket. I shut it down years ago and we restructured it. It's starting to boom, and it's great. But I'm like, I'm not gonna do things the way I did them in the past. If I could go back in time, I would not just do different things differently. I would do things better. And now I'm here in the present because of what I've learned over 17, 18 years of being an entrepreneur is ways to do things better. Ways to design a business that not only makes money, but a business that can serve you, serve your family, serve others, your customers, your employees, but just design the life not only that leads to financial results, but leads to a legacy. Design a life and a business where you can have it all. That you're incorporating time for your faith, time for your family, time for your fitness, and still making all the money that you'll ever need in the world of real estate or the world of business. So just consider, my friends, if you're having that affair, like, they see it. They see where your heart is. They see where your passion is. So if you're in your place, if you're in that place, unless you want that to be your legacy, then you need to make a change. You need to find and create a different path. That's it. That's what I'm here for. That's what I share. If you need some help, if you want some pointers on how to live how to play the game, let's say that, how to play the game of business and real estate differently in a way that leads you to just creating a life and a business that leads to a legacy. That's what we want. We want time and financial freedom. We all want the same things. Just play the game the right way. Play the game the right way. It's easy to fall into that trap. It's easy to fall into the trap of just work, and you justify it, and then at the same time you're neglecting all these things, and they pile up, my friends. They've taken down so many men that I know. A divorce is going to be the most expensive thing you will ever encounter in your life. If you ever have to go down that road, and I hope you don't, maybe you've been down that road. That's costly, but it's preventable. You just got to make some changes. Hit me up. Hope you guys like that. As always, you don't need to like, share, comment, subscribe, any of that stuff. If you want to, I appreciate it. You don't have to. But if I can help you, like, you don't have to remain stuck. You don't have to remain in a place of pain. Some of you guys are dealing with some shit. I know that you are. I know that you are, because I went through it, and I am you. You are me. Like, we're all very, very similar. We all have our struggles. We all have our pain. You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to do it alone. That's what I did for so long, man. It's like I didn't want to ask for help. Luckily, I had someone to help me, pick me up out of my pit and show me a way to get to the peak. That's what I'm here for. If I can help, let me know.